Hey guys, I'm Matt Barge, boutique hotel investor and operator, and I'm going to be walking you through how to pair financial design with visual design. So this is a really big topic and a big kind of sticking point for a lot of investors and groups and people who are doing projects together. The reason is you've got one end of the spectrum that says, hey, let's make everything really visual appealing, and that often can cost too much. And then you've got the other side of the spectrum, which is, hey, let's be really financially focused and end up having an inferior product, or in other words, kind of like the worst would be a product that doesn't kind of call demand and fit the market. And so it's really the marriage of those two things that makes success possible and that makes success really great. And so I'm going to be giving you a real world example, which is right now I'm in Hotel Dilly. We're renovating this property. It's a 20-unit hotel in South Texas. It's an hour south of San Antonio, just a highway hotel. And to give you a bit of background is, it turns out it's a historic hotel. It's built in 1924. Bonnie and Clyde stayed here. Gangsters from Chicago used to stay here to hide out. It actually has a really cool past. And what happened is a family took it over. Like the most recent owner was a family that took it over and ran it as a budget motel. Although it's got this really nice marble downstairs in the lobby. And they made a garden in the parking lot. Covered the backyard with carpet, it's what we've done is, it's actually been incredible what's happened here, which is we've peeled off all these layers. Like we ripped out the carpet from the backyard. We're getting rid of the garden in the parking lot. We're giving it a fresh new face, Hotel Dilly. It's got horns on it, a big hat with horns on it. And we're doing the whole hotel black and white. And it feels like a completely new place. All this is common for renovation, but what's actually really interesting is that we've done an amazing job managing cost. So this is actually still a budget property, which is, it's a highway hotel. People are going to stay here. So that's the real world example. I'm going to give you kind of the walkthrough of how this works in practice. So start from the beginning, which is, what is this property? It's a highway hotel. And so cost and price is very important. Meaning people who stay here are truckers and travelers driving up and down the 35 between San Antonio and Mexico. And so what they want is a clean place to crash. They want a good shower. They want a good TV and a good sleep. And then once that quality is fulfilled, it's definitely a question of price. So in other words, coming back to this topic, it's a balancing act between providing really strong value and great experiences there at a cost that makes sense, that allows for modest, very attractive pricing. So we're pricing these hotel rooms at $75 a night. And what that is, like, we have new hardwood floors. We're doing the rain shower heads. We're doing new smart TV. It's internet connected, and that's going to have DirecTV app and service included. We're actually keeping the mattresses because those are really good. I've been sleeping; it's great. And we're adding new Goose comforter, really nice comfort, new duvet cover, new sheets, and that's going to provide a really superior sleeping experience. And I bought this hotel, 20 units for $275,000. Actually, the renovation budget I started with was $209,000, and I actually have gotten it down to $119,000 currently. So it's kind of a live thing. But the point is, and that includes so many things. So that includes all 20 rooms, redoing all of them like that. It includes internet upgrades, security cameras. It includes new exterior signs. Like we have this 20-foot by 9-foot sign right in front of the hotel. We're having a new design for that, and it'll be lit up at night. It's gonna be super cool. And some exterior trim painting. And the reason, so that's the kind of the opportunity, which is providing a strong value for what people want. Also, let's talk about competition, which is the competition in the area. There are two types. One is a flag, so that'd be like Super 8, best stay in, blah, blah, blah. And, or, Motel 6, I would say. And those properties have good photos, good design, and they're selling them about $100 per night. And a certain segment of the market really likes that. Then you've got the like budget, like the low rate properties. So that'd be like the relax in, the stay in, and those have crummy photos, crummy design, and they're selling for about $55 per night. And so the theory is with this property is that there's no middle player, and what we're going to provide is a clean, nice, tech for like convenient, comfortable experience, 21st century experience here with lots of park and all the things for $75 per night. And the theory is that people, we're going to have strong marketing. So we're going to be on Expedia, Booking.com, and all the channels. We have our custom website. And we think a lot of the market is like once quality is good enough, so like it should look clean, it should look presentable. Once that's met, then it's a question of price. And so like some of the market is really going to like that. There's no matter what, they're going to stay at 55 a night, and that's perfectly fine. Then you've got a lot of people kind of in the middle, like this is a working class area, and people like, frankly, a lot of those people like they need good, like they'll happily pay for a little bit, like not the lowest. They won't even be interested in the lowest. Put another way, if quality isn't good enough. But if quality is good enough, then price is great, and they'd happily stay for $75 per night instead of $100. And so I just want to, so that's kind of like the opportunity and the competition. I also want to talk about what's happened in the rooms itself. And so I'm going to include some footage of the room so you can see like exactly what it was before we started renovating. And it's actually incredible what's happened, which is when you walked into this property before, when you walked into these rooms, it felt very old and dull and dated and kind of unclean. It's like the carpet it was like old, and carpet's going to take in and keep a lot of gunk and dirt and stuff like that. And you never know it because the carpet kind of covered and masked the rest of the room. But actually, like all we did is touch up paint on the walls. We did a black accent wall. So we changed this from like brown to straight black. We kept the headboards, and it's like just touch up paint around. We did new baseboards, white baseboards. White looks clean. Kept the headboards. We kept the mattresses. We kept the box springs, and we've kept all of the bathroom fixtures other than the shower fixtures. And we're even keeping the desk and a bit of the seating, like the dresser and stuff like that. So and the mirror, like we're only replacing we're adding new smart TV. Is that actually like the rest of the room already had neutral tones, and neutral is, and we're keeping the curtains as well. Neutral tones is like, it's actually kind of in with the way things are, kind of that like modern look. And so what happened was, especially once we replaced the flooring with new LVP hardwood floors, and that really like totally changed the complexion of the room to where when you have that in place, and with the new white baseboards and the touch-up paint makes it like feel a lot more clean in the room, it really starts to actually feel like kind of an upscale room. It's actually incredible. Where like if you walked in, we bought per unit at $275. It was just over $13,000 a room. And just so you know, like these rooms are like, we're going to do $25,000 per month. Our baseline is 11 rooms out of 20 sold per night, and that's going to deliver $25,000 a month top line. In other words, we're going to bring in $1,250 per room per month, times 12. That is 14,400, 15,000. Yeah, that's right, $15,000 per year per room. We bought them for $13,000 a pop, and they're going to produce $15,000 revenue per month. So it's actually like crazy good numbers. And the reason I bring this up is that I want you to kind of, I want you to have a sense of how to design your property, to design the renovation, and to design kind of like the entire, you're going to start at the beginning, which is like, what is the philosophy of the proper design, and pair that with your financials, which is your underwriting model, right? Your spreadsheet of how the property is going to do, and what the market is, kind of like what the different segments are, and what price points you can, like what price point you want to target, and what your occupancy is going to be. And therefore, like, get both those kind of working together. Just, you really need to acknowledge both sides of the coin. And it's really not good for anyone to be too concentrated on either side. And I've seen this a million times, where like a gajillion times, like a zillion times, where, you know, either the renovation is too heavy on design, which is it takes a long time, things are custom. I also really want you to stay away from doing custom rooms. The reason is room types, there's incredible power, logistical power and financial power in having a single room type. The reason is, it's actually really interesting. So like on the calendar, when you have, let's say 10 units of one room type, you can, as people book, you can move those reservations around to where you have someone checking out this Tuesday, and then the next reservation, like if you have a reservation that's checking in Tuesday, you can put them right up together within that unit, right next to each other. So you aren't losing any availability and have full availability in all the other units. And that's actually really powerful in terms of maximizing occupancy. Again, occupancy, net operating income of a hotel is really occupancy driven. So there's an incredible power in the logistical power of putting reservations right next to each other and having that capability. The opposite would be doing all individual room type, like every room is different, and then you can't move people around. You can't move those reservations. You're stuck. And so what happens is, like, what happens with that is you have one person checking out on Tuesday. You have another person that's already booked for Wednesday. You can only fit, like, your only hope is to find someone for Tuesday night that wants that room on a one night stay, and they have to book that list, like that unit or that listing. You have no other choice. Otherwise, you're going to lose all that money. And so that's not good. It's also that when you have a room type with multiple units, you can do what's called pacing, which is you start selling that room type on the lower end, and then as you sell more units, you slowly increase the price. And that also is incredible power. We're seeing it in our properties. It's amazing, and you really want to benefit from that. So those are really like the big reasons why you should not do everything like custom rooms, is you're going to miss on that, on all those techniques, which is super powerful. Also, if you need, like, just in terms of completing a bunch of custom rooms, that means custom, or like, you can't bulk order things, you miss out on some price. It's also logistically more difficult to do a bunch of custom rooms. If you have a shipping hang up, like, you can't move things around. And it probably costs more as well. Financially, it definitely costs more in terms of time. It costs your team more in terms of implementation. So I hope you're getting a sense for, like, why I'm saying these things. I'm trying to, like, my responsibility is to help you, understand why to do these things this way. And I know, because I've done it before, to where one of the things I did before was every room had a different color, like a different accent color, same feature set, but like one room was black and white, one was royal blue, and one was, maroon. And it turned out that was, like, I learned through experience, much better to do a room type. Like, there's a reason why the industry does one room type with many units. And so there's some things the industry does that are completely ridiculous, like check it, like having people wait in line to check in and get a physical card, but that's another topic. So kind of getting back to our subject at hand, is that I really want you to think about how to best acknowledge, like, and you really start with the problem, like, what is right for this situation, whatever property you're going after, whether that's luxury, whether it's, economy, whether it's mid-scale. And then once you know what your market needs and what your customer needs, then you start to create the design, because you have a set of parameters, like here's our target and here's how much room we have in the spending. And so therefore we have this much room to do these amount of things, and within that then we can start creating our plans, like our room plans, our amenity plans. And that way, like as you build out that plan, you're going to be within the right kind of margin, or like within the parameters in which your financial design is going to work. And all these things need to work together, which is like, I just can't say it enough, is that if you get all these things right, which can be done, like this is what I teach in Host to Hotels, our boutique hotel program, which teaches you how to do hotels like I do, is that if you just acknowledge these different forces and allow them to work on you and work on your project, and to kind of create a synthesized plan, you can achieve incredible results. So, and result incredible results in so many ways. So like, again, for here, like we bought it for $275, it already appraised for $850. And I think we're gonna have, like what I can tell you from this experience, we're only renovating 119. Even within that, with the $850, like the product that we're gonna deliver, just without even any of the operational capabilities that we're gonna install and get probably great financial results from, is that the product that we're going to deliver is really compelling. It'd be like super compelling for that $850 price point. And that's super powerful. It's also that, yeah, we spent $119, but we're only going to renovate, like we're finishing the renovation within a month. So like, I don't know of anyone that has done that has renovated a 20 unit property in a month. So like, I just don't meet these people, and it's very possible. So like, I've talked about how to renovate a hotel. You should check one of my other videos. It's on YouTube. Check it out. But the financial impact of completing the renovation within a month as well, is that you get massive opportunity cost savings. Is that you're only renovating for 1 month, so we're going to only make one monthly payment in order to complete the entire renovation, and we're going to start bringing money in like right away. And that really helps. That means more cash is going to come in, more relief. We're going to get everything up and running. It's also that, like, because we only spent a month renovating, and this is a flip, by the way, is that the time that we're going to be able to list the property for sale is early. It's not going to be this long, drawn out project, and that way we can get it listed right away. And so the horizon in terms of when we're going to liquidate, when we're going to sell this property and unload it and take those gains, like that's going to be on the sooner side, because we didn't spend 6 months completing this renovation. And so if you think about like what's possible in terms of, it's all about calibration. So like, I'm going to say, like, for us, like what we're doing is that, like, we're going to crush it. Like, we're going to deliver this property, and we're going to move so fast. Like, the impact, like, I hope to sell this hotel within a year. We're going to see what happens. But you know, if we were to sell this hotel by the end of this year, 2024, that would just be a huge windfall, and that would allow us to really like accelerate all of our plans and like really benefit from the successful project, in that we don't have all this deal fatigue, we don't have all this renovation fatigue. Like, you also want to think about, you know, balancing design and financial design in terms of what is the effort, because it's not just money, it's also time, it's also energy, it's also effort. Like, basically what you're looking for is like the most value, and then slim. You want to like make your project nice and tidy and be super organized. And when you have that structure in place, that's going to allow you to like create this magnificent plan, which is appropriately calibrated for design, which makes a huge difference, marketing and photos, which then drives the financial performance. And so again, like for this property, it's like, we're going to do a great job. and deliver a great product, and we're going to comfortably deliver $75 per night for the customer, which is going to result in, like, at that 11 units out of 20 sold per night, it's a really compelling financial win for us monthly. We're going to cash flow $6,000 per month, and the property is going to be worth $850,000 or more with that financial performance just off of 11. And at $75 a night, based on the conversation, like, I've talked to people a little bit out and about, talked to a trucker, talked to a dispatch company on the phone, $75 per night. I can just tell you they're very interested. Like, they were like, oh yeah, that's great. And with, again, like, when they see this product, we're having great photos, and this room feels actually like surprisingly modern, is that's when you get these super high performance properties that also, like, make it a lot easier for you to succeed. So, like, you're not swimming upstream in terms of having this really dense, like, heavy feature set, heavy amenity set that cost a lot, that's breaking down, that's, you're not having to refund people because it's breaking down sometimes, and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to kind of share this with you, and I really want you to benefit, and hope this is helpful. Again, my name's Matt Barge. My program is Host to Hotels. You can visit us at hosttahotels.com. We're also on Instagram. I'm at the Matt Barge on Instagram. We have a separate Host to Hotels Instagram account as well. And hope this was helpful. So if you have any questions, comments, comment in the comment section below. Love to hear your feedback, your thoughts, questions, anything you're thinking about. Again, Matt Barge, boutique hotel investor and operator, signing out, hosttahotels.com. Talk to you soon.